What is going on, everybody, and welcome back once again. My name is Jordan, also known as J-Monster. Thank you for joining me for another episode of our Elven Realm campaign. If you're just joining us for the very first time, we are playing 4th Age Total War, a wonderful mod for Rome 1 Barbarian Invasion that brings the 4th Age to life in the Rome engine. If you're not too familiar with what the 4th Age is, it is the accounts in Middle-earth following the conclusion of the War of the Ring. It was a very short-lived project started by J.R.R. Tolkien and abandoned before his death. It has been taken up by the mod team and made into a fantastic campaign experience. So there's new factions, there's brand new units that you won't find anywhere else. It is definitely worth your time to check out. So I'm going to put a link for you down in the description, and yeah, you can start your own campaigns. You can just have a lot of fun with this because I've been playing this for like way too long now, and I really thoroughly enjoy it. But in any case, recap from last time, we had just taken a lot of territory from the forces of Adunabar, who we have been fighting basically non-stop for the last like 7 or 8 episodes. And now we are finally starting to make headway. We've got our pincer movement from both the east and the west, sweeping through the north, taking strongholds left and right. So now the forces of Adunabar have made a quite substantial stand here at the city of Bree. You can see them committing at least 3,000 troops, a little bit over, to the defense of the city, but we are going to take them on in the field. I'm not even going to bother with the night attack, honestly. I want to kill all of these guys. I want that garrison dead especially, and I want these generals to die as well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fight them, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the battlefield. Alright, we're formed up and ready to go. As usual, we've got our Elven retainers on the front line because they were just absolute killing machines. I've stacked my left wing. My plan is going to be, because we are being attacked by the largest army, to overwhelm it very, very quickly before the reinforcements can arrive to help them out, and yeah, destroy them as quickly as possible, break the wing, roll up the line, cause a mass rout, and then just wheel around and deal with any other threats that may be coming from the borders. Our archers are arranged in pretty much the standard formation that we've been using and had a lot of success with. Mercenary bowmen in the front to soak up any missile fire, and of course our elite elven archers in the back to continuously pound away at enemy skirmishers while they are busy with our Aerodor bowmen. I've got a final unit here of elite Gil-Galad warriors in the very, very back that I'm planning on using to snipe some of the bodyguards. But in any case, let's move ourselves forward because we're gonna have to be very, very aggressive. Yeah, see, there they are. Let's go right for it, charge right up to their front lines, and we won't even worry too much about the skirmish phase. We're just gonna go right for it. I really want to destroy these guys, and their wing here seems to be quite weak. Actually, they've got some Adunabar militia and things like that, so we may be able to crush them quickly. Over on the other end, yeah, yet more militia. It's mostly a militia force. Most of their scary stuff, I think, is in the center, like the Adunabar swordsmen. And I say scary, but I mean scary relative to the militia that they station on their wings. We've got the dark swords and the swords of the shadow and stuff like that, which our elven retainers are going to make mincemeat out of. So let's run them all forward, get them up there as quickly as possible. I don't see any trouble coming from our right wing, which is good because that's where we station our axemen. So maybe we'll use them in a flanking movement, but more likely we'll use the axemen as a holding force. Alright, so let's just go right for it, get right in there, nice and stuck in. Get those Adunabar spear militia stuck in there. Let's use our axemen to wrap around that wing so we can give our threshold troops a little bit of a break. Okay, archers right up at the front. Oh, mercenary bowmen, you need to come back. You are way too far ahead of yourselves. In the meantime, let's try and take down some of those dark bows. Hopefully we're not losing too many troops because we got a little bit closer than what I expected we would. Let's kill some of those mercenary bowmen of Aerodor, some of those horsemen in the shades, things like that. Elven bows, you get a little bit farther back as well. As soon as that battle line begins to shift, we're going to be in trouble. Okay. Actually, nope, you guys can use the spear. You will use the sword. And I just turned off my sound. Excuse me for a moment. I need to figure out the hotkey so that doesn't keep happening. Audio. There we go. My bad. Sorry to pause in the middle of the battle like that. I feel bad about it. Okay, let's get these troops in there. Let's move it. Yeah, we can already see the reinforcements beginning to get in there. So let's flank around and quickly break this wing. Let's see, what are they bringing up? Some fairly fast movies. Hunters of Aerodor. It's a little bit problematic. Don't want them to shoot into the rear and flank of my elven troops. And some more decent-ish infantrymen. Alright, so we'll get the Linnon guards in there. Flank around here, take on the Royal Longbowmen. Oh man, some of our elven archers are getting really cut up right now. Okay, so those dark bows are down to the point of being ineffective. Got some Royal Longbows there. Let's focus on them. those mercenary bows in the center there. How are Adunabar bowmen doing? Yeah, we definitely want to focus all our volley fire on that center skirmish line. What we got going on over here? Good. That's what we like to see. Okay, so our threshold troops, they're still winning. I'm a little bit concerned about the horsemen there on the flanks, but there's not a whole lot I can do about it. How we doing elsewhere? Platinum Warrior's doing okay. I want you to focus on those Adunabar nobles. That is your job, to assassinate generals. What do we got over here? Noldor swords cutting these guys up. These hunters of Eriador not going to have a good time against these guys. The best infantry in the game. And there goes one of the Adunabar generals. So we're off to a good start. You can already see a little bit of routing beginning to materialize. I need to do something about this flanking movement, though. So good thing that we managed to break this flank quickly. So we're going to form up there, use the Noldor to flank. Let's see. Everyone else in here is probably going to die pretty shortly. These Greenwood bows. They're not having a good time. Let's focus. Yeah, they've got a lot of bowmen. It's a little bit worrisome. We've got an Adunabar noble bodyguard pressing on that right flank. I don't really know what to do about that. Maybe we'll start to focus some of these guys on them. Use our Galadrim, just try and burn them down. They're only down to about 15, though. Okay, in the center, we've managed to win, so we're going to surround these guys. Elsewhere, our Elven bodyguard's breaking through, which is a good thing. So I'm going to have to draw them back here to try and form some cohesive battle lines. Let's get you guys in there, bring in the Noldor from the rear. Let's see. Bowmen. All these bowmen over here. We could get you to do something useful. Kill those hunters of Eriador. They're being a problem. You're shooting at my Galadrim, which I don't like. Let's see. We're definitely having some struggles, I think, over here on our right flank. It's just so many bowmen. They're really wearing down our Elven troops. Not a whole lot that we can do about that, unfortunately. You guys need to run. Run faster. Try and burn down some more of those Eriador bowmen. Get these guys moving. What we got over here? Some Adunabar spear militia units. Maybe I'm going to chase those guys down with my unit of Marines, because the Marines aren't really under fire right now. Okay, Noldor, bring them in from the rear. Oh, looks like we've got some Adunabar reinforcements trying to surround that line of threshold troops. We're going to help them out. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, we'll bring the rest of our bodyguard around here and we'll kill these guys quickly. Yeah, we're already using the sword against them. That's the good stuff. Let's see how these units are doing. Looks like some... Oh, God! Their reinforcements are coming from the rear. They're cutting up my Galadrim, which I do not like at all. So we're going to actually wheel around. Pull these guys out of there as quickly as possible. And just focus fire on them. Yeah, they're going to chase us, but it looks like they're going the wrong direction. Yeah, let's focus fire these guys down as quickly as possible. If we can do it. What we got going on over here? Elven bodyguard. Done a good job at breaking those troops. Let's deal with this last Adunabar noble. I guess I'll deal with Hunters of Eriador. You, on the other hand, have a job to do. See how those mace men are doing. They're not having a good time at all. Good, good. Getting the payoff. Getting the payoff that we need. Okay, we're going to kite them. We're going to let them run after these Swift Elven archers and accomplish nothing. Okay, so how are we doing over here on the other side? Get in there, boys. Charge! I'm surprised these Adunabar forces are lasting as long as they are against these Elven warriors. They're quite surrounded by some of the best in the world. Gotta hand it to them. If nothing else, they are very brave. Let's see. Those Marines doing their best to try and run those guys down, but it's just not enough. They're not fast enough. That's okay. What do we got over here? Got one more Adunabar bodyguard, which we'll deal with shortly. And we've got a Scorpion. That is a problem. I bet you I know exactly what they're shooting at. Yeah, of course they are. Of course they are. Okay, so we're going to move our Noldor over there, have them run right across the field. What are you guys doing, actually? You are an Elven Retainer bodyguard. Could probably be a little bit faster. Oh, no, they're getting shot at. Oh, no! Good, at least they're not shooting at my Noldor. The bodyguards replace themselves over time, but the Noldor, you can only replace them in one city in the game. That being Rivendell, and it takes a lot, or it takes out of your population to do so. Definitely don't want to have that happen. I want to make some more Rivendell horsemen, or whatever they're called. Scouts or something like that. I don't know. They're really powerful heavy cavalry. You'll see them in a little bit. Reinforcements in the form of rail bodyguards, also bad. Again, my audio went off. I hate that. Alright, so we're going to have to kind of rapidly reform here in response to these reinforcements. What we got over here? It's more Adunabar Macemen. And they're probably chasing after our poor Eriador Axemen. They did their best, damn it. Those guys aren't doing a whole lot, so actually, let's pull off the Noldor. Oh, God, somebody just got flattened. Did you guys see that? Bloody scorpions. At least they haven't killed our general yet. That would be bad. Charge! Yeah, these orcs are going to have a very, very bad day. Vengeance for our fallen brothers. Let's see if we can get those Adunabar nobles and not lose any of our other troops. Man, these guys just won't die. They're steady. They're like, no, this is fine. Surrounded on all sides. That's good. The rest of their army seems to be in full retreat, except for those Eriador scouts who are hanging out right there. Our army now chasing down those royal longbowmen, who are really hurting. Okay, I think we've pretty much got this in the bag. We're just trying to deal with what remains of their skirmishers. Let's see what kind of casualties we took. 36%, that's pretty heavy. If this was earlier in the campaign, when I didn't have reinforcements already on their way out of the east to save this beleaguered stack, then I would be worried. But as it stands, we came out of that, I think, reasonably well. I'd like to know what's shooting these guys, though. Maybe there's like 3 Eriador bowmen over there or something. Okay, chase those guys down. How are the Noldor doing? Not so great. Am I going to have to like chase this Eriador or this Adunabar bodyguard off the field while they just run away in skirmish mode? I think I am. So we've basically cleaned up most of the Adunabar forces. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fast forward a little bit and I will see you guys at the post-battle screen. And there you have it. Another sound defeat for the forces of Adunabar. They actually managed to do some damage to us though. Look at that. Like over 500 kills. Like 530 or something like that. That's pretty significant. I think most of them were our Eriador bowmen. Most of our Elven units seem more or less intact, except for our spearmen. Oh, our poor threshold troops really suffered heavily. But we do have a lot of reinforcements on the way, so I'll show you guys that in just a minute. So I'll see you back on the campaign map. Well, we defeated them, but apparently enough of the garrison managed to get away that... You know what? There's 44 of them in there. There's like a general's bodyguard and like almost nothing. So, you know, I'm just going to automatically resolve that. I don't normally do that because I find that it's just a senseless waste of life. And my elven lives, of course, are very precious to me. Not so much the managed lives, of course. There's plenty of them. We can always replace them. But the elves, want to try and keep them as healthy as possible. But now Bree belongs to us. Hooray. Wonderful. We are going to occupy it because I don't want to have to deal with really bad public order. In the meantime, let's see here. We are going to... There's a thing that you have to do. It's like this Dunedain culture or whatever. Lord's Palace. The Elven Realm. Dunedanic. There it is. Homeland Dominion. Adunabar. So we're going to get rid of that. So even if they take it back, they're going to lose all their cultural benefits of doing so. Mission Square, we're going to put a wooden palisade up around the town, because of course it needs a little bit of defenses. And we are going to sit pretty and wait. There's a lot of reinforcements that I mentioned earlier, in the form of not only these Enlanders Lancers, who are awesome! Look at these guys. Look at the stats. Deadly, and they're useful against everything, like trolls, other cavalry, anything that's armored, like so good. So we're going to move them just outside the walls of the city. And if you look over here, we actually got a significant amount of reinforcements as well in the form of our Elven auxiliaries, but also a fair amount of elves. Thranduil's Hall, I've basically just been building things up at Thranduil's Hall for the entire campaign, and then Thranduil left, and I have no enemies over here and no real immediate threats. So I've just kind of emptied the fortress of all of the elven troops that I've managed to create. We've got a lot of elves coming over with the Elvelen, and over here, look at this, look at this. This is a beautiful thing. We're going to actually attack the city of Lune here. We're going to take it. Take it in an assault. Yeah, there's not very many of them. They don't even have, like... Well, they've got some Eriador bowmen or whatever, but, like, no big deal. We're actually going to auto-resolve that, because it's not even worth our time. I'm tempted to lay it desolate, but you know what? We'll just take it. And, wow, that's a lot of money that we're losing there. Let's see. Elven Realm, other Lindon, Northmen. So we're going to make some provincial pacification. Turn that down, and one of the perks of being the elves is that your settlements will not revolt, even if they go into extremely low public order. So I am just going to move that entire army out of there, And actually, I'm going to move it towards Anuminas. We're going to take this regional capital from the forces of Adunabar. You can see it's a city of renown. I don't quite know what that translates to in terms of gameplay mechanics, but I'm going to guess that it's important. Plus, it's also a major recruiting center. So Anuminas, it will be mine. Actually, maybe. I don't know. Let's conglomerate some of these guys. Yes. I'm going to stick my cavalry in there. And we'll actually move out with some of our elven bodyguards and things like that to assist the rest of the forces in taking Anuminas when the time comes. Next is going to be Fornost. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to break off some of my elven bodyguards, commit them to the siege of Anuminas. We'll take that, and then I'll bring the rest of my forces up to Fornost. So we're going to take 2 big cities from the cultists of Adunabar at the same time. And that would basically be the end of their occupation in the north. I mean, they'll have a few little cities and stuff down here. But for the most part, not all that scary. And then we'll be sharing a border with the city kingdom of Tharbad, which is actually quite expansive. Got about 3 or 4 pieces of territory, and we'll try and conclude some agreements and things like that with them. But for the time being, let's go ahead and let's pass turn. I'll see you guys in just a moment. Okay, so in fact, a few turns have gone by, and we've had some disturbing developments, shall we say. So it's finally happening. The siege of Anuminas and Fornost both underway. Most of the full strength that we have has been gathered, but I actually have to pull some of it off because we're having some bad things that are happening in the Anduin Vale. So we are going to send the rest of these troops forward, though, because these guys need the reinforcements. And I'm not sure where our Elven are hiding at. They're right here. We're going to send them forward as well, just so we have a functional army over on that end of the Misty Mountains. But look at this! We've been attacked! We've been attacked by the Kingdom of Ravanion, who have been menacing my my southern borders for quite some time. They're also going to follow that up with a large invasion. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. This garrison down here is actually being attacked by the forces of Adunabar, who have brought some, from the look of it, fairly decent units. My Elvelin and my Elves, I think, should be enough to drive them back. But we are in some serious trouble. There's no denying that. I've got, some more Elves and things like that down here. I've got some Greenwood Guards that I can pull, and we're probably going to assemble our armies at Old Ford and try and push back a little bit. I think the local regional governor here, Arenion of East Lorien, is going to be the one who holds the Elven Realm together in the Anduin Vale. Because I have nothing else that I can spare. I've got a small garrison here at Last Bridge to hold the city down from any attacks from Adunabar that may come from the north there. But other than that, I mean, everything else is committed to this side of the Misty Mountains. So Arenion is going to have to hold. He's going to have to hold for as long as possible against the forces of Ravanion in order to allow me to bring the rest of my forces east across the mountains. But that's going to take some time. We've still got some conquering here to do, and I don't want to leave the job undone and hastily rush off and allow the cultists an opportunity to recover. So we're not going to let them do that. We're going to continue to create more and more soldiers over here, especially our Elvelin. I think we're probably at the point where we can make some more Elvelin wardens. And we're going to try and increase the quality of the Elvelin that we have available to us. I think we're trying to make some of the new recruiting buildings and things like that. So yeah, it's been an interesting couple of turns. So we're going to go ahead and I think pass the turn just in a moment here. Maintain that siege against this very, very tiny garrison. Over here, Anuminas, I mean, I think that's Amandil. It looks like could possibly be their king, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. In any case, I'm going to pass the turn, and we'll see what the next turn brings to us. So it would appear that Adunabar seems intent on forcing the issue, so they're going to attack our army at Fjordfeld. We're going to have to do our best to hold them back. They've got some units here that are truly terrifying that I've never seen before. Like these guys, the Olokai. Where did they even get Olokai at this stage in the life cycle of Middle-earth? I have no idea. But somehow managed to find like the last 13 of these hammer-wielding cavemen, and they're going to bring them against our gates. So let's see how we do. I'll see you guys on the battlefield. Alright, so we are formed up and ready to go, and things are not looking all that great for us. There's a lot of Adunabar cultists here. We have a reasonable garrison. I think maybe we can beat them back, but this is going to be a bloody battle. This is going to severely weaken our southern flank, and I honestly, I need every hand on deck at this point to try and deal with the invasion from Rovanion at the same time. So yeah, we could fight the rank and file, but my biggest target is going to be these Olokai over here. So we're going to actually stick our archers right near them and just focus fire them right off the bat. I'm actually not going to try and defend the walls. There's really no way that I can hold them. They've got too many rams so they can make too many openings with. So I'll never really be able to defend them all. Oh, look at that, the Olokai dying already. Maybe I was wrong to be afraid of these guys. Oh, maybe it's just the volume of fire. I don't know, but they're just getting pummeled. I love it. A couple more volleys, guys. Come on. Oh, look at that. Damage really starting to take a toll on those Olokai. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, so the trolls are going to be quite handily dealt with. They are now apparently running amok, because I guess there's some kind of elephant. Interesting. Cultists. I don't know what we're going to do with them. We're going to fall back here, I think, with all of our elven archers. Back up onto the hill. This appears to be where the main thrust of Adunabar is going to be coming from. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull back with that unit of Elven Watch. We're going to need them to hold the line over here. So we're going to stick them in support of our Elven battalion of Threshold troops. And they're going to try and hold down the flank. But I'm pretty sure the Adunabar cultists are just going to come right through that front gate and just kind of go for it at the center choke point. So if we can lock them down here, I feel pretty confident. With that in mind, let's adjust our formation somewhat. Just going to be a little bit weak in the center, which I'm kind of okay with. I want them to come in here, get stuck on these two battalions of spears, and expose their flank and possibly even their rear to my Elven archers and to my Elven hunters. That is going to be the plan, and if we can do that, then we can gun them down like nobody's business. We'll be able to inflict just disgusting casualties, horrifying casualties even. So they've made it to the walls. It's only really a matter of time. Yeah, there was no way I could have defended myself from 4 separate openings. I would have been spread way too thin. So the best option, I think, is what we're doing right now. Let's actually fast forward it. Nobody wants to watch these guys bang at the gate for 20 minutes while they try and knock it down. Come on. And they're in. Alright, you Adunabar savages. Show me what you've got. Good advice. We will certainly redouble our efforts, but I'm seriously concerned about over here. I don't have enough troops, even so, and when I'm just defending these 2 choke points, to defend the way I would like to. Let's see here. Let's shoot those cultists. Let's give them a nice little volley. And we got here some dark swords. Look at them all just funneling in. This is exactly what we want them to be doing. Look at that. Doing exactly what I hoped they would. There we go. Let's just butcher these guys. Fire directly into that center mass. Alright, gentlemen, get in there. And let's get them forward. I want to toss it right into them. Ooh, that Adunabar noble unit. If we can hit them. Hopefully we're not actually hitting our own troops in the back. And I think I kind of am, so maybe I should stop that. Come on, Elven hunters, you can do it. Everything's going over on this end pretty well. These dark swords are not going to beat the mass ranks of the Threshold troops backed up by those Elven wardens and things like that. Let's see how things are going for them down here. Let's watch this. Let's watch this glorious slaughter. I see those dark bows. I'm trying to hit them if I can. Come on. We are actually being driven back, believe it or not. Throw the Elven in there. I don't know. I don't know if we can do this. Things looking pretty grim. They actually pushed those Threshold troops a lot faster than I expected they would. Come on, guys. Shoot. Shoot away. Once these guys are out of ammunition, we're going to bring them around here on the flank, try and salvage what remains of that Threshold troop unit. What are you doing? Just exercising? You doing like Pilates or something? Come on. You have a job to do. Oh my god, they're broken. Alright, get in there. And we'll try and reposition these guys because they don't seem to be shooting anything. Wow, actually had some routing here, believe it or not. What are we doing on this end? Winning easily? No way. Uphill against elves? I don't believe it. Seems that our flank there might be compromised. And that's one of the Adunabar generals. Oh, man, we're really struggling here. Oh, I see a mass rout. Oh God, do I see a mass rout? Attack! Rush forward. Let's see these Adunabar cowards off. Get the rest of our troops over there. Try and support our beleaguered flank. Are we winning? We're winning slightly now. It says winning slightly, winning easily. I don't know who to believe. What we got going on over here? These guys have reformed, thankfully. Damn it, I can't seem to find the rest of my troops. Okay, there they are. Run, attack, do your thing. We got so lucky that we killed those generals. If it wasn't for those generals dying, this would never have happened. Alright, attack. Attack, attack! There we go. Run the rest of them down. And then we'll bring them around this way. Into the rear. You guys actually have like a shot there? No, I don't think so. Evenly matched. Wow, they're really doing a number on us. Those dark swords. Kind of surprised by that, actually. Let's get the glider warriors in there. Everyone else. Dogpile! Slowly but surely, they're coming around the bend. Once they get there, things will be okay. Losing heavily? How can we be losing heavily? We've got Galadrim in there. We've seen what they can do in close quarters. Charge! And we'll continue the battle. Let's watch these guys die. That's right. Come back anytime. Okay, so the Adunabar forces have been thwarted, which means that we're going to have this garrison, what remains of it in any case, free to join the rest of Arenion's troops once the time comes, which is good. That's very good. Our bow company is still intact. We may get some of our threshold troops back and things like that, and I think we can also recruit a few more Elven to supplement our ranks and replace some of our losses. So that is good news. Let's go ahead and let's exit the battle there. Clear victory for Lieutenant Amaroth. Well done, everybody. Almost 2,000 kills. Lost well over half our force, though. That is a problem. But alright, I'll see you guys back on the campaign map and see what we can do with this. You're joking me. They had a reserve army, and it's even more fearsome than the last one. They've got, like, Nern... Like, these are units I have never seen before. I got no idea where these are coming from. These might be being shuffled up from Gondor in the south, because I think that they really have crushed the Reunited Kingdom. I don't even think they're a faction anymore. War and rumors of war. Yeah, we know that. It's been nothing but war this whole time. We understand this. I think they've actually eaten Rohan as well. So our buffer states down there in the south are now completely gone. We are in some trouble. I thought the Adunabar cultists were on the ropes, but apparently they are still kicking, and we're gonna have a hard time, I think, beating them down. So let's see here. We've got another Elven bodyguard here that we recently retrained. So we're slowly but surely gathering the forces needed to repel them. But I don't know how much territory we're going to lose in the meantime. Got another unit of Greenwood Guards on its way. Let's see what else we got here. We've got some Elven swords down here that we could pull. In fact, we probably will pull them back. Let's see. Mustering fields there. Almost done. Oldford. These guys have Lindon yet, so I may not actually be able to use them as a recruiting ground. They hit Langvik, which was my main recruiting ground for the Edmund Vale for my Elvelen. So yeah, definitely not a good thing to have lost that in that sudden assault. But elsewhere, things are going okay. Back over here in the west, Fornos still under siege. The rest of our forces almost completely assembled. So we will be able to take back any territorial losses that we may incur. It's just a bit of an inconvenience. So let's go ahead. Let's attack this city. Let's assault it directly. I see no reason to fight that. That was really dumb. I lost a lot of my Greenwood bows and a lot of my archers in general. I do not understand that at all. We definitely had the advantage in terms of everything. So we're just going to amalgamate them, and at least now Numinos at least belongs to us. So we've taken that city, and we've dealt a stinging defeat to the forces of Adunabar in the north and in the west, but in the east, things are really starting to heat up. So I think that's good for the episode. We've done quite a lot. Quite a lot has happened. This is going to be, I think, our newest project is taking back the southern reaches of our Elven Realm from Adunabar and Rovanion. You know what? We got the king of Rovanion is actually right here. We are going to shut down this invasion. We're going to kill their king, and we're going to make them sue for peace. And I'm not going to forget this. There's no way that Rovanion is going to make it to the end of this campaign. I guarantee you. Even if we complete all of our campaign objectives, I'm going to extend the series until we have exterminated the Kingdom of Rovanion, because that is some shifty. Yeah, I can't say the word, but it sucks, and they're going to pay for it with blood and fire. But in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I will see you in the next one, which will hopefully come out a little bit sooner than this one. I don't want to make you wait another month between episodes, but it really all depends on my schedule. I have a lot of stuff going on, especially with the Game of Thrones RP kicking off. Maybe a little while before I can get to the next 4th Age episode, but rest assured, this campaign will be ongoing until it is completed, because I love this mod. But in any case, my name is Jordan, also known as J Monster, and I'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye!